So looking forward to next week, we've got Norwich and United.
Certainly not looking forward to United at all.
Norwich on the 14th, another big game in our sort of fixture list for the Premier League, third and fourth spot. Norwich officially relegated, so there's nothing really to play for them. Bar
There's also no fear anymore, nothing hovering over them. They can play with freedom and not confidence, but they can just go out there and have fun. Really, let's be
and,
honest.
and and there's a lot of clubs, players you'll be looking for Premier League clubs to come in and keep them into next season, whether it's
Absolutely.
a Leeds or someone from the Championship coming up who have got a year's Premier League experience, or some of the clubs that do manage to battle and stay up. I mean, there's not a huge amount of players that I would keep from that
I
Norwich.
think there's three I can think of off the top of my head. They got Max Aarons, the
Yeah,
fullback, who's very good. Todd Cantwell, also a very good creative player. Um,
and
Pookie
Pookie.
probably, yeah. I mean, he's kind of dropped off since the start. He had a really good start, but yeah, no, he's dropped off recently. So maybe he's going to be looking to get a few more goals before he has to drop down again. But no, they'll be up for it. Don't think for a second they're just going to roll over. They're going to play for a bit of pride now. They want to get as many points as they can still. Just that doesn't mean they're going to finish bottom just because they've been the first relegated. They could still get some points and climb up a little bit. But no, they'll be fully up for this game. They're not just going to roll over at all.
No, and exactly to that point, I don't think Chelsea are ever going to enter this as a game that really is going to be playing. I think Cantwell's looking for a move to Sheffield United. All of those sorts of players are going to want to play to showcase why they need to stay. I mean,
Yeah,
it's been written in stone for a while now that they were going to go down. They've been the only club that just don't look like they're able to compete to stay in the Premier League. So a lot of these players have been trying to showcase their individual performance to try and win these contracts. And I feel like you're going to see the exact same against Chelsea. There's an ability to do a bit of sort of giant killer mentality of, right, we might have got relegated, but we beat Chelsea just before the end of the season, and I had this great performance and I scored a goal. But it's one I expect to win. As much as sort of we are probably negative at the moment in talking around how our performances are looking forward, I expect to win. To be honest, if I was to put looking through a fixture list, that's one I would put my sort of the money on us winning. And I know that really hasn't counted for much over the last couple of weeks. Anyone can beat us and we can win any game. It really just depends on the luck of the draw, where the
which
moon
Chelsea
and
turn up.
stars
It completely
align
depends
this.
which Chelsea turn up, which team decide. If they decide to turn up and play, then we can riot. We could go and get 4, 5, 6. If we decide to turn up like we did on Saturday against Sheffield United, then we will lose the game. So we just need the team to turn up. I think we have to win. Firstly, it's that close with us now with Leicester and with United. It's too close, and we've thrown away too many points now against lesser opposition.
Yeah,
We have to win. We have to win. And I think this, as you mentioned it earlier, we need to make a statement. We need to give ourselves that confidence boost going into the final two games, which are big games. I mean, the last two Premier League games we have, Liverpool and Wolves. So two very big games, tough games. And we need that confidence. We need that boost. And the other thing is it could go to goal difference. Like, it's that close. And, Leicester have lost 4-1 tonight. If we can go and, get a big win against Norwich, then we might be able to catch up a bit. So I think it is important we go out there and we get a good few goals.
So, to be honest, as you say, it's going to be a big thing around who plays. So I think there's rumours that Kante could be back. There's rumours that Kovacic could be back, which would definitely be a big sort of win for us. I think, to be honest, I would love to see at least one of those players playing because I feel a lot more confidence when they're in the squad. And I think if we've got those there, I think you won't see too much change from the squad. I think he'll try and keep some of. I think there potentially could be Rudiger return to the position if Christensen's struggling, which he has been. But for me, I think if you can get that midfield right, give that defensive cover from the midfield, and I think Jorginho's got to be dropped. I don't think he's got it at the moment. Don't know why he hasn't been playing over the last couple of weeks. And obviously, we've just had to start him out of pure necessity rather than anything else in the last game. I think it could be a big game. To be honest, if we're going to go for sort of picking sort of numbers on what we think there's going to be there, my gut is it's going to be a 4-0 Chelsea win. I think it's just going to be high scoring. If Frank's he's going to have to give them the hairdryer treatment after Sheffield United. He's going to tell them the fans are going to be demanding a big scoring game, and I feel they're going to need to come out and build a big performance. So I'm going to go bold with 4-0. What are your thoughts?
I think it very much depends on what team he plays, who he picks. I think for me, it'll either be he'll either do a 4-2-3-1 with Jorginho and Kovacic playing in the pivot, or he'll just go with Kovacic because I don't think he'll risk Kante on a game like this, which really we should be able to win without Kante. He'll probably save him for the United game. So I think you could see either the 4-2-3-1 or you'll see Kovacic playing at the back. I also would like to see Willian given a rest because he just looks exhausted. And also maybe Ruben. I think it would be good to give Ruben a start. I mean, he started that one game, the first game against Villa. He's obviously not fully at it yet, but I think Barkley and Mount have just played almost every single game, and they need a rest as well. There's a lot of the players who have just been. Our team's been very similar every game, and some players have played almost every minute. And then, with most of our games, I think we've only had 2 home games since the restart. All the other games have been away, so it's been a lot of travel as well. So players are probably getting tired. It's not like a normal season where you've got a week between Premier League games. Like, it's all coming thick and fast. But no, score prediction, I'm gonna say 3-0 because every game has to have a 3 in it. So 3-0 to Chelsea this time.
You heard it here first. It's the 3 impacts. As soon as we've had the 3 logo go on our chest, there's been at least 3 goals by one team in a game in a Chelsea on any Chelsea game. Only a couple of times Chelsea have managed that. So Cookie there, I'm going to buck the trend with a 4. And then what I'll ask you to do next week, Jamie, is just do a 3+1 on your shirt, just to add to that.